What would you like our listeners to know about Iron Butterfly?
I'd like them to know we're still out there and alive, you know, carrying on a tradition, not just taking advantage of having a name that's popular. Every one of these guys cares about the band and does it because, you know, we're not making what Iron Butterfly made in 1968. I can tell you that. It's like, I agree with Eric. It's a privilege to have the name. It's a privilege to do it. But we want, I think we all, I can speak for us all, we want to make sure that it does go generational. We see young people at different things, and I have people come up to me and go, "This stuff is great. Did you just do?" They think it was just written. That's how timeless it is. You know what I'm saying? And I think in that regard, to answer your question, I just think we want to let them know that there is still music like that out there. And the people that have never heard it, we want them to know that music like that existed because they're too young. Because so many people say, you know, you don't hear that anymore. And you don't. So if it's not carried on, and if it's not carried on with love, it's not a karaoke band or, like Martin said, a tribute band. This is Iron Butterfly. This is the official. I was given the graces of everybody still living in the band to carry it on. And all those people compliment us regularly on it because I talk with them, from Danny Weiss to Ron Bushy to Doug Ingle, all of them. So I think that it's a thing that just to let them know, hey, we're here, we want to bring you the music, and we want to share an experience with you. None of us are doing this to get rich because it wouldn't happen, you know. I think we want to share that music and share it with each other.
Well, I actually look into people's faces, and they feel they're 19 again or 20, and now they're like 70 plus, and they sit there, and all of a sudden, I can't imagine how they feel, but as a matter of fact, I can imagine how they feel. It must be just amazing, just to let go and forget about your age, forget about today's happenings, whatever, political happenings or musical happenings or whatever, and to just relive 1969, and that's...
Somebody yelled out tonight, "Thanks for making us feel like a teenager again."
Yeah,
Aww.
exactly.
You know, and I guess I don't mean to step on anybody, but there's one thing I like about it too is, I know it's happened with everybody. We get people that come up in wheelchairs. We get people that have some kind of an obvious deformity or not, and say, you know what, we were in Vietnam. Well, we were all lucky enough not to have to be there. They were risking their life. And I have people that say, not only were we listening to it in barracks and in tents, we were in an active war zone going on, and we had that music. But I had a guy tell me we were in
Flying
rice paddies
helicopters.
getting shot at,
Yeah.
you know, with rockets, and they were playing in the God of Davida.
Well, they had airplanes named the Iron.
Yeah,
Butterfly.
helicopters, everything. So you hear that, and you say, my God, I'm sitting at home safe. You're getting rockets fired at you, and you're in a war that, why are you even there? And you're playing this music. And they said, that's what got us through. Nobody said faith in God, which we all have. But I hear that Iron Butterfly got us through with the God of Davida. That's
It's
a
just-
powerful statement, you know?
One thing that, for me, when I joined the band 25 years ago with Doug and Lee and Ron, it was with the intent to release a new Iron Butterfly album. And one thing that I would like to see is to see that pursued. That's something that I've written with those guys, and I've written a lot of music for it. And it just seems to be something that goes hush hush. But that's, you know, that's why I got involved in this in the first place. And maybe this is kind of the forbidden subject, but it is a thorn in my side. I would like to see that done again, and I think that would help carry it into the next thing.
It would be
And I
great.
put a challenge out there to all of us in this room, even though, you know, there seems to be a lot of resistance for one reason or another, from all directions. I'll be the first one to do everything to make that happen. And I can, and I will, and if anyone wants to be involved in that, you know, I think that there are people out there that would like to see. I really do. I think that would help raise us up beyond the level that we're at right now. Because
Certainly worth a try. Certainly worth a try.
and I think we have the talent and the ability, and I know we have the listeners, and I really do. I think that there would be something that, you know, I don't know what the resistance is to it, but and it's great to go back in time to all that stuff, but it would also be really, in my mind, it would be wonderful to present something new. And I started with Doug. Doug and I wrote several songs together, and we recorded some of them. And I built a studio for the band, and I borrowed every penny I could from the people that I knew, and someone broke into our studio and stole all the equipment out of it to the floor when we had a 24-track studio set up and ready to record. And it fell apart from there. But I know in today's technology, if anybody was willing, we could do it. Whether it'll happen or not, I don't know. But I think it would be something interesting to pursue, even if it was just one or two songs at a time. So that's a challenge I put out to all you guys. There's so much talent between all of us as players. If we ever just, there's money out there. There's resources to do something like that. I understand we're all kind of jaded and we look at it like, oh, that'll never happen. But it could happen.
Sure.
And that would be so exciting to me.
Well, I think there's a built-in curiosity. People,
Yeah.
a lot of people would just go, "What's this going to sound like?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I
check
agree
it
with
out.
that. I agree with that.
I know.
Well, the time would be right because I think they
Absolutely.
full on respect us for what we are.
And
not
we would be
just a
doing
copycat.
something, even just to walk out on stage in the middle of a show and say, we're just going to play you a new Iron Butterfly song, even one. We could learn it at sound check. But between you and me, what we do, and all this talent we have around us, to let this slip by, we're not going to be here in 10 years, guys. And
That's sad.
I hope I am.
no, I mean, look, this is, like I said, when I joined the Iron Butterfly, it was with the intent of releasing a new album. Doug and I sat down and we worked on it. It was difficult. They couldn't really remember how they did it. It was like, how did you guys? Because they were prolific. They put stuff out, song after song after song, even with different players. But Doug was willing to write, and that was the whole idea. It wasn't just
It would make this band official.
It would make this band, this group of people, it would make us official. We would no longer have to deal with the tribute thing if we had even a small amount of our own thing.
I don't think we're actually dealing with the tribute thing.
Well,
not
I think you're wrong.
necessarily. Because I mean, I hear it a lot of times.
okay, let me stop with tribute and say no original members, because
I know exactly what you're saying, but we all, pretty much all of us, played with the original.
yeah, but there has been,
especially you and I for a number of years.
but there hasn't been any release of anything new
No, that's true.
in so long, and I think that maybe it's egotistical, but I think that we captured what the essence of it is.
Yeah. I was just going to say that sets us apart from the tribute band.
Yeah, right.
That we have everybody actually. Dave, my very first gig with Iron Butterfly, he replaced Lee Dorman because Lee Dorman was in the hospital, so
Right.
he played. Ray played a whole tour with us.
Well, it's a sketchy thing when you say tribute or whatever, but we do get. I know that I've had people that I respect in the business. They dance around it, but if we actually said, okay, well, here's something new.
Yeah, no, it's a good idea.
It would be, even if it was for whatever it was worth, I think it would be worth pursuing. And I'll always think that, and I know that if we ever put our collective heads together and made that happen,
Yeah.
I know in my years with this thing, it would really be a culmination.
I want to
Something
do
I'd
that
like to
song
see.
that you played us a couple years ago in the van in the
Yeah.
odd time. That
Yeah,
was cool.
dude, yeah.
What was that?
You guys haven't heard it. I've like.
Is it 20 minutes
We're just talking amongst ourselves at this point.
No,
Sorry.
yeah, we kind of are.